Thursday bulletin from CBS News. There has been an attempt, as perhaps you know now, on the life of President Kennedy. He was wounded in an automobile driving from Dallas Airport into downtown Dallas. From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
It was a day of shock and sadness on November 22nd, 1963.
Today marks 50 years since the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This is the front page of the Buffalo News from 5 decades ago. Many Americans still remember where they were and how they felt when they heard the news.
The eternal flame flickered at JFK's gravesite in Arlington National Cemetery outside Washington, D.C. today. The president's last living sibling, Jean Kennedy Smith, took part in a wreath-laying ceremony there. Western New York has many connections to President Kennedy. News 4's Rich Newberg is live in the town of Tonawanda with more on this. Rich?
And I'm with former Erie County Democratic Chairman Len Lenahan. And Len, tonight we remember. What are you holding here? You saw him in Buffalo.
Right, I saw him in late September 1960 when he was running for president. This is an actual image of the poster that was the placard that was waved around that night. And it was an incredibly exciting night for Buffalo.
Your whole room is filled with memories here.
Right.
This is your favorite picture.
Right. You know, the bottom line, that night in September 1960, President Kennedy said, if this election is decided for us or against us, it should serve some national purpose. And I think the Kennedy nostalgia that we have tonight says that he served a great purpose by winning that election.
All right, Len, you know, a lot of the younger generation, they have trouble connecting with JFK. They weren't around back then, but there are some who have a special connection. Let's take a look. A bell is struck at JFK High School in Cheektowaga, hearkening back to the moment when a young president was struck down, but a president whose message, especially to young people, bore repeating on the anniversary of his assassination.
My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country.
The halls and display cases at JFK High School are filled with Kennedy articles and mementos. It was the first school in the nation to be named after John Fitzgerald Kennedy, and it was done while he was alive. The president sent this signed picture to JFK High School. Thank you, he said. All the best.
And that really was a thank you gift from Kennedy, because he found out that our school was named after him when he was visiting Buffalo for the Pulaski Day Parade, and of course that fateful day when he learned about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Memories of JFK run deep.
Things that he stood for and about trying to help people.
Joe Krangle had become Erie County Democratic chairman after JFK was elected, and he remembers the nation being energized.
There was a lot of hope, a lot of, encouragement. There wasn't so much, down-pressed or that type of thing. I think the people really felt that things are really going to be different.
When the president was shot, Joe Krangle was at Erie County Democratic headquarters. He broke down and cried.
I just saw what he was doing for this country, the Enlightenment and the historic aspect of his whole career, and that some crazy person was able to eliminate that for this country was indeed very, very sad.
Very sad indeed. It's good to see Joe Krangle up and still running. And Len, what's the message that endures from JFK to this day in your mind?
You know, that each man and woman can make a difference, and he should try. As a nation, we can always do better by reaching out and inspiring the positive forces in our society. And JFK, that's what he symbolized and inspired.
Len Lenahan, thank you so much. We'll see you again at 6.